How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. Back to yet another review. A little bit of IPA action, a little bit of rye, a little bit of Caraway rye IPA. Hopeful goodness in the form of Schlafly Brewing's Caraway rye IPA. Yeah. Schlafly. It's been a while since I've done a Schlafly beer. We don't really get them in my area. We can get them outside of my area. I think Jersey. I don't believe Philly gets them. No, Jersey gets them definitely. But I'm a fan of the brewery. Let's put it that way. A lot of their bigger stuff, their barley wine, their quad is delicious. Their Grand Cru is fantastic. Their pumpkin beer is one of the better pumpkin beers, or one of the best if you're going to go, rating pumpkin beers that are out there. So I'm super excited to give this a whirl. As far as what it says on the bottle itself, it says Caraway IPA. It says Caraway flavor of this beer. Okay, it's weird. It kind of starts over here. That's kind of odd. Schlafly Caraway IPA is brewed with a collection of curated hops to complement the toasted caraway flavor of this beer. As part of the hop allocation series, this is brewed in a small batch only once a year. Let's see. This is bottled on 8/25/2017. This is the 15th of September. Wow, words, dates, and things. So less than a month old. Not be that. Label-wise, it's cool. It's pretty much Schlafly to a T. Their labeling has changed over the years, but they've stayed with the same kind of vibe. They still have these kind of embossed old school bottles, kind of thin 12-ounce old school, all the way in a good way. I like the way they do that. Now they're bigger bottles. You might see some floating around over here somewhere. A little bit different shape, kind of the old school 750 style, but I dig it. I can get down with it. Little hops. Well, background now. Caraway. Let's talk about that for a second. You're looking at a absolutely 100% feverish Caraway rye seed junkie. Caraway rye bread is so fucking delicious. I can't even tell you. I mean, that shit, honestly, for those of you who aren't lucky enough to have a Wegmans close to you, they make a seeded Caraway rye that makes my nipples get so freaking hard, it's not even funny. And I stopped eating a lot of breads. I know, doing beer reviews, stuff like that, we drink a lot of bread, essentially. So that, every now and then I'll get some of that, and Jesus. Anyway, pinky finger, just off Whitehead, receding into pretty much nothing, to the point where what you are left with is a nice little ring of head, nothing too crazy, and a soft, ever so slightest hazy, washed out kind of brownish orange. Very subtle carbonation, nothing too crazy. Does she look like a rye IPA? Absolutely. She has that kind of slightly reddish, deeper color to her. A little bit more kind of skewing towards brown. Is that a Caraway rye thing? Could be. Anyway, let's see if we can get a nose on her. Ooh, there's this vibrant sweetness to it. Wait a minute, that's weird. That's a cool, weird nose. There's this sweetness to it. It's medicinal, but in a good way. It's got this kind of latex paint thing going on. I know that sounds disgusting, but I like the way latex paint smells. Yeah, it has a subtle kind of sweet and sugared latex paint thing going on. I know that sounds like I'm pooping on the beer, but I'm seeing it in a positive way. It's got this sweet spiciness to it, and that's pretty much what I'm going towards. That latex thing, that sweetened latex thing, to me is more of a kind of sweetened, kind of subtly spiced kind of thing. The bread vibes that it's bringing me, and I think that's where I'm getting that whole kind of vibe from, is a yeasty kind of risen bread kind of thing before bread is actually baked. But yeah, there's this fun sweetness in there. It's not a candied sweetness. It's not a confectionery sweet. It's not. It's like a bready sweet. I don't know if that's just the Caraway and me having the thoughts of bread in my brain, but it's that kind of before bread becomes savory kind of risen kind of smell to it, like a slightly sweetened kind of bread, like a slightly sweetened kind of rye bread. I like it. Even though I said it smells a little bit like sweetened latex paint, that's a positive for me. Might not be for you, but it is for me. Gonna dive into it. Cheers. I'm interested in this one. It's tasty, actually. The reason why I'm humming, and is because I want to see the 7.2. I don't know if I read that, or if I just, forgot that I read it. It drinks way less than 7.2%. Not the biggest mouthfeel in the world. A little bit lower than you'd want, especially after that ABV. But it has a subtle creaminess to it. Definitely rye involved. It's not as overtly spicy as a lot of rye IPAs and rye forward beers get, but you do get a spiciness to it. Now, am I getting a little bit of the spice from the hops too? I think so. So it's a combination of that hops and those rye kind of playing together. There is this cool kind of sweetness to it. Like I said, it's not a candy sweetness. It's not an overly sugary sweetness. It's that kind of somewhere just south of confectionery kind of sweetness, somewhere north of that kind of sweet bready sweetness that I was talking about. That just gives a unique sweetness, let's put it that way, to the beer that just makes it a little bit fun for me. Really drinkable, dangerously drinkable at 7.2. I took a bigger gulp there. I got the slightest bit of heat, ever so slight though, on the back, to the point where, and this is, I just did a review before this of a 4% beer that drank almost like water. So it's not like I've been drinking all day or anything like that. If you have a couple beers in you, these are going to go down scarily smooth. Yeah, nice. I wish there was a little bit more impact from the rye. I do. I wish there was a little bit more spiciness, because I am having a hard time kind of pick apart if the spiciness is coming from the rye or the hops themselves. But that in itself kind of lends itself to a little bit of smoothness. So if you're looking for something a bit more smoother to drink, it might kind of skew to what you enjoy. But for me, I wish it was a little bit bigger. Really drinkable. Nice, okay mouthfeel. Nothing too creamy. Subtle creaminess to it. Infinitely drinkable. I just want the rye to be a little bit bigger. Like I said, it's kind of fun to have that. Is it coming from the hops or whatever? But you're talking about a Caraway rye IPA, and that should be the star of the show. I'm not talking about throwing it so far in one direction that it's unbalanced. At the same time, I just wish there was a little bit more there. But still tasty though. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better rye IPAs I've had as of late. By default, it's going to fall in there because I can count those on my hand over the past year, how many rye IPAs I've had. But it's probably one of the more enjoyable ones out of that group, to be perfectly honest with you. Just from the drinkability standpoint. Value and availability. I don't know. Actually, we don't get it in our area. I was lucky enough to actually Schlafly sent this to me. So I was lucky enough to get it from them. But yeah, I have no idea what these retail for. I'm guessing this is probably in their kind of not upper tier, but not lower tier section. So anywhere 4 to 6 pack, probably anywhere between $8 to $12. That's my guess. The availability again, PA, Jersey, sure. And just say if you like what we like to say, if you like really drinkable beers at a higher ABV that delivers enough impact to where you're getting something from it, you're not going to go into this beer. If you're looking for hitting a 2x4 to the face of hops, you're not going to get it here. If you're looking for something super drinkable with a decent ABV that is a little bit outside of what a typical IPA is, this is your boy, because it's going to give you kind of a bit of bits and pieces, not necessarily a malty beer, but that kind of little bit of rye spiciness, a little bit of bittering from the hops. It just gives you enough to kind of keep you interested, but at the same time be something drinkable that'll get you a bit turned. So there you go, another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, anywhere in between, down there, Words and Stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped. Massive beers, all 4 of those places if you want to check this dude out somewhere else. And there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice Caraway rye IPA right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.